Let's start in Savasana. All right, so starting in Savasana, we'll slowly lower ourselves down to the mat, bringing our vertebrae down, shoulder blades and head. We can keep our feet planted on the mat, our knees are at about 90 degrees, and finding a placement for our hands. Taking a few moments to settle into the space and into our bodies. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and we'll sigh it out through the mouth. Noticing our chest soften. Muscles in our faces melt towards the floor. And allowing our breath to assume its natural rhythm in and out through the nose. And we notice the contact that our body makes on the earth below, the back of our head, shoulder blades, back of the arms, hips, legs and feet, wherever they make contact. Getting a sense of the mood and the energy of the body, what we might be bringing to our practice today. Setting an intention to let any distractions just sit to the side, keeping our awareness on the present moment and our physical sensations while we create some headspace. Bringing our awareness back to the space around us, the smells, the temperature, and the sounds. With our feet wide on the mat, we can windshield wiper the legs left to right, slowly starting to warm into the hips, into the lower back, and into the quadriceps. Noticing any areas of discomfort, stickiness, or tightness. One more big breath. We come back to center. We'll bring our left foot off the ground, hugging our left knee into our chest and wrapping our hands around the back of our leg. Taking a deep breath in, flexing the foot, and then driving the heel up to the sky on the exhalation, keeping the thigh hugged to the chest, inhaling, releasing the heel. Exhale, we drive it back up to the sky. Inhale, release. And exhale, we rise it back up. Working to create space in the back of the leg, through the calf muscle, the hamstring, and into the glute. One more. And we'll release our heel. We'll grab onto our towel or our strap, wrapping it around the bottom of the foot. And when we're ready, we can press the heel back up and we'll hold here, keeping our hands close to the body, the shoulder blades on the mat as possible. Seeing if we can't create a little more space in the back of the leg. Calm upper body, softness in our faces. Option to extend our right leg long on the mat if that feels comfortable. We can slowly let our left leg open over to the left. Seeing if we can keep our hands close to our chest. Keeping our hips connected to the mat, working into the inner thigh. We're not twisting our body. Good. We slowly bring our leg up above our body, and then we can go over to the opposite side, crossing the body over to the right. This may not need a lot of space. Going to our range of motion, working space down the outside of the left leg. Breathing into areas of discomfort. Noticing how the sensations transform. And slowly we come back over top of the body. We'll release our heel, releasing our strap or towel, and we'll figure four the legs. So crossing the left leg into a four, and then hugging the right knee, right thigh into our chest. Option to tuck our chin to our chest, lifting our head off the ground. Being curious where we might be holding our tension. We're working through it. Gently and with kindness shown to our bodies. Bring our right foot back to the earth, to the outer edge of the mat, and we can lower our legs over to the left, figure four or eagle if we can tolerate a little more intensity running through the outside of the right leg and into the glute and lower back. Again, just gently bringing our awareness to any areas of discomfort. Nurturing them, listening, honoring, and noticing how they transform. Inhaling the knees back to center. We'll hug the knees into our chest, narrow or wide, rocking, pulsing, or finding stillness. Perhaps we wiggle out our feet. And we bring our left foot to the earth. And we wrap our hands around the back of the right leg. We flex our foot. We take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, we drive our heel up to the sky. Inhaling down, we lower the heel. Exhaling, we drive it up to the sky. Slow and steady. Feeling the connection of our back on the earth. Feeling the opening down the back of the leg. Last one. And we'll grow onto our towel or our strap again, wrapping under the bottom of the foot. And then we extend it back up. Releasing any tension in our upper body. Breathing space down the back of the leg. Option to allow the left leg to run long on the mat. And we can slowly start to open our leg outwards to the right, keeping our hips and shoulder blades connected to the mat. Slowly opening into the inner thigh. Not twisting the body. And we bring our right foot back up over our body. And then slowly cross it over the left. Slowly working down the back of the leg, the side of the leg into the lower back and glute. No judgment and no expectation. Beautiful. Bringing the foot back over the body. We release the foot and the strap. And we figure four our legs together. Drawing the left knee in. Hugging, rocking, pulsing, or finding stillness. Working more into the back of the right leg and the glute. Making the pose fit our body, whatever our body needs. Beautiful. We come into our gentle spinal twist, bringing our left foot to the outer edge of the mat. We lower our knees to the right, stacking or holding our figure four. Checking in with the outer edge of the left leg. the lower back, and our breath. Using our breath as our guide to not push too far too fast. Releasing a little intensity if our breath becomes labored. Beautiful. Inhale, bringing our knees back up. We untwist, we hug our knees into our chest. Rinsing out micro movements that might feel good with our feet or our neck. And we'll roll over to our side. We'll push ourselves up into an easy seated pose. Option to bring our block underneath us. Lifting our hips off the ground. And we'll bring our right foot in front of our left. Bringing our hands to our knees. And we'll butterfly the arms. So inhaling, we draw the shoulders back, chest forward. Exhale, we round, looking through our navel, chin to chest, flaring our arms outwards. Inhaling, drawing our chest through, shoulder blades together. Exhale, we round into the spine. Repeating to the rhythm of our breath. Our range of motion, our flow. Checking in with the lower back and neck. All those yummy sensations, perhaps some heat that might be generating through the spine. Releasing energy. Last one. And we'll hold with our chin to our chest. Breathing into the spine, breathing into the neck. Noticing the heat radiating outwards from the spine. Inhaling, lifting our head, rolling our shoulders up and back. We'll extend our legs out in front of us, giving them a little wiggle, resting our knees. And bringing our feet back in towards us. The right foot comes in first, and then the left foot out front. Adjusting as needed. We'll bring our hands behind our back, clasping our fingers together, straightening the arms, and then lifting the hands away from the body. Breathing into the chest, down the arms, maintaining a tall torso. Three more big breaths, lifting the hands away a little bit more. And we release. We'll swim the arms. Let's go forward to start. Alternating sides. Using our hand against our knee for leverage. Maybe we follow our hand with our gaze. And we'll switch directions, going backwards. Noticing the sensations down the arms, in the chest, down the spine and into the hips. One more on each side. We come back to center. We roll our shoulders up and around. And one more time, interlacing the fingers behind our back, lifting the hands away. Checking in with those sensations, noticing if they've changed. Maybe some of the energy has released from the arms and the shoulders and upper back. We release. We'll release our block from underneath us. We'll extend our legs in front of us, giving them a little wiggle. Wiggling out our feet. And one more time, bringing the left foot in front, the right in front of that. And with our hands on the front of our foot, we'll butterfly the arms again. So once again, inhaling, drawing the chest through, shoulder blades together. Exhale, we round into the spine, lowering our chin to our chest. Inhale, we extend through. Exhale, we round back. Finding our flow. Appreciating the pauses at the top and the bottom of our breath. Two more. And we'll hold the last one with our chin to our chest. Rounding into the spine. Breathing into any areas of discomfort. Releasing the arms. Noticing the warmth running down the spine. And extending outwards into the ribs, into the shoulders, maybe into the hips. Inhaling, we lift our head, we roll our shoulders up and back. And we extend our legs in front of us, giving them a little wiggle. Right foot comes in front, and then the left. Beautiful. Inhaling, reaching our arms up over our shoulders. Exhaling, right hand comes to the earth. Inhale, we reach up with the left arm. Exhale, we come into a side bend, keeping our sit bones connected to the earth, actively pressing the left knee downwards. Breathing into the side body, supporting with our right arm. Moving our head around, getting a sense of the sensations in our neck and upper back. Not pushing too far, too fast. We support as we breathe space into the left side of the body. Noticing energy patterns from the fingertips, running through the arm, down the side into the hip, and wrapping around into the lower back. Gentle, nourishing, breathing deeply. With each exhalation, we'll slowly start to lower our left arm. Hanging our head heavy. Bringing our left hand to the earth. Maybe bringing our hands together, extending outwards from the right knee. Noticing where we're feeling the energy. Perhaps down the left side, into the lower back, perhaps down the left leg. Good. On the next inhale, we walk our hands in, we stack the vertebrae, and then we come to center. Inhaling, reaching the arms up over our shoulders. Left hand comes to the earth. We reach up a little bit more, and then we come into our side bend. Honoring the state of our body, noticing that we might be holding energy differently. We support, and we fit the pose to our body. Calm, steady breaths, in and out through the nose. Finding the connection between the fingertips and the hip and lower back. And with each exhalation, once again, we start to roll, lowering the right arm. Big breaths in, we roll, noticing the sensations at each point. Until we can bring our right hand to the earth. Perhaps we bring our left hand to meet it. We walk the hands out from the left thigh or knee. And again, we hold, making the pose fit our body. Breathing space wherever it's needed. Good. Inhaling, we walk our hands back up. We bring our torso back to center, rolling the shoulders up and back. We extend our legs out in front of us. Slow and steady. Coming into Dandasana, holding it here. Toes are pointed up to the sky. Inhaling, reaching our arms up. Exhale, we hinge forward. Holding our arms parallel to the floor, feeling the back of the legs fire up. Option here to pulse forward, reaching our hands beyond the feet. Tucking our chin to our chest. And we can always come into a passive stretch here, bringing our hands to the earth. Working to release energy in the back of the body. And we release together, pointing the toes forward. Good. Rolling our vertebrae up, stacking the shoulders and the head. And we'll scooch over to the left side of our mat, bringing our right foot into our inner thigh. Right hand comes underneath our shoulder, and we're going to push our hips up to the sky. Reaching our arm up over our head, planting our left foot on the earth, reaching, pressing, opening the chest. Calm, steady rhythm of breath. 3, 2, 1 more big breath. And we release out of this, releasing our arms, sweeping it back down, bringing our hips back to the earth. We settle in, we extend our right leg. We scooch over to the right side of our mat, and we bring our left foot in, slow and steady. Left hand is under our shoulder. When we're ready, we sweep our right arm up. We plant our right foot, lifting our hips, opening our chest to the sky. Feeling the opening across the chest and down the arms, down the abdomen, and perhaps even the front of the legs. 3, 2, 1 more big breath. And then we lower our hips. We sweep our arm back down. And we come back to seated, extending our legs in front of us. One more time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we hinge forward. Toes are pointed to the sky. We can pulse, we can wrap our hands around our feet, or we can bring our hands to our legs or to the earth. Beautiful. Inhaling. We release out of this, stacking the vertebrae, shoulders and head. We'll come into a kneeling pose, bringing our feet underneath us. Starting with our feet flat. Good. We'll bring our hands onto our knees. One more time for our butterfly arms. Inhale, drawing our chest through, shoulder blades together. Exhale, we round into our spine, bringing our arms forward, chin to chest. Our range of motion, our flow. Noticing the upper back, the neck, the lower back, chest and the abdomen. Maybe even into the quadriceps, depending on how far back we extend. Moving the energy, feeling vitality. Enjoying the pauses at the top and the bottom. As the body craves, we honor the state of our body, listening to it, nourishing it. One more. Holding with our chin to our chest. Releasing our arms. Calm, steady rhythm of breath. Noticing the body settle into the pose, into the spine, the expansion of the spine and the release of energy. Good. On the next inhale, we lift our head. We bring our shoulders up over our hips, stacking the vertebrae. Good. And we come into a toes pose, wrapping our feet, curling our toes underneath our feet, making sure all 5 toes are connected. Left hand comes under right. And we bring the hands together, eagling the arms. Inhaling, we reach the arms up. Exhale, we lower. Slow and steady. Noticing the sensations in the arms, maybe the shoulders and upper back. Depending on where we're holding our energy. Feeling our toes and our feet talk to us. Just appreciating the opportunity to release the energy, to clear blockages, to nourish our bodies. Coming to 90 degrees, holding here, and we release. Releasing the feet, coming into all fours, tapping the feet out. Wiggling, pointing, flexing, tapping. Good. When we're ready, we curl the toes back under. Oh yes, getting all 5 under there. And the right arm comes under the left. Rotating our palms inwards, inhaling, we lift our arms. Exhale, we lower. Our speed. Finding that meditative flow, creating headspace with our movement. And perhaps appreciating that the toes aren't shouting at us as loudly. Two more. We hold up at the 90-degree mark, bringing our arms parallel to the floor, and we release, tapping out as desired, listening to the feet. Ooh, yeah. Yum. Bringing our hands underneath our chest and our knees under our hips, and we'll shift our weight left to right, letting our head hang heavy, checking in with the side body, the hips, the glutes, perhaps patterns of energy running along our back into our neck. And we can hold on one side, pressing the earth away, pressing into the shoulder blades, gazing back towards our feet. Perhaps noticing energy running down the side body into the hip, maybe into the lower back. Breathing into it, creating space, melting away tension. Inhaling through center, we'll go to the other side. Gentle transition, pushing into the other side, pushing into the shoulder blades, gazing back. Noticing all the sensations running from the base of the skull, down through the shoulder blade, along the back, side body, into the lower back and hip. Good, coming back to center. Curling our toes underneath our shins, we'll lift up into a down dog, allowing the head to hang heavy between our arms. Gently pressing the heels back. Option to shift our weight left to right, moving the hips, noticing the changing sensations through the calf muscles, up the back of the legs, into the hips. And an option to pedal, bending one knee at a time. Perhaps we add a little hip shift at the same time. Listening to the body, moving intuitively, holding wherever desired. coming back to center. We'll lower our knees down underneath us, coming into a gentle child's pose. Walking our hands long, sinking our hips back. We have our block if we'd like to bring our forehead to our block. So we have fists or our hands. Softening into the pose. Allowing our lower back to rest. With gravity taking hold. Noticing the transformations in the hips and hip flexors. As we sink into the pose, melting into areas that may have been sticky. And celebrating the micro changes that our bodies are constantly making. Reminding us that we are not stuck, that everything is in a state of constant change. Inhaling, we push ourselves up. We're coming back into Savasana with the option to put a block underneath our lower back, underneath our hips. Getting our hips on top, and then we'll slowly lower ourselves down. Getting our sacrum on top of the block. Adjusting as needed. We have the option to keep our legs at 90 degrees or to allow our legs to run long on the mat. Whatever feels good for our body. Shifting, settling into whatever pose allows our lower back to settle. And our abdomen to open into our emotion center that connects and runs along the emotion highway into our brain. Channeling our energy throughout our entire body. Perhaps that looks like a color, lightness. Perhaps we see the sunshine running through our body, melting away tension, clearing blockages, and allowing energy to run through, connecting us to our source energy, connecting us to the universe, to our soul purpose and our destiny. Taking the moment to open ourselves up, to clear those blockages that prevent the energy from running through us. Taking a moment to reflect on any intention we may have set at the beginning of our practice. Perhaps we enforce it, or we create a new one for the hours and days ahead. Bringing one hand to our heart and the other to our abdomen. We remember to release expectations of ourselves and others. To not judge ourselves or others. And to come into every conversation or interaction with compassion and kindness. We are all doing our best. And sometimes we need a little extra support and consideration. Drawing our feet in towards our hips if they were extended, giving ourselves a gentle hug. Perhaps we continue to hold our hips up on the block, or we remove it depending on what the sensations are telling us, how we need to nurture our body. Option to extend the legs over our hips. And removing the block gently. We bring our legs back to the earth. Final resting pose, allowing the lower back to assume its natural curvature. Running through a body scan from head to toe, getting a sense of the mood and the energy, and how it may have transformed from the beginning of our practice. When we're ready, after allowing our practice to imprint on our body and mind, we can draw our feet in, rolling over and up, coming back to the space around us, our community, and whatever we may have parked at the beginning of our practice, we can get back to it with a clear head if we feel we need to. Bringing our hands to heart center. We congratulate ourselves for getting to the mat, for our determination to make space and time for ourselves and our bodies, to nourish our bodies, working through blocked energy, emotions and challenges that we may have been working on through the week, setting ourselves up for the week ahead. With smiles on our faces. We fill ourselves with light, and we sigh out anything that doesn't serve us. Constantly making space for new things to come in. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.